I've got 2 pina coladas, one for each hand. Hey guys, this is LG Shaft, and this is the MSI Pro Cup number 11. This is the last and final game of the night. It's between 2 epic players and an epic TVZ, but I'm going to leave the introductions to my good friend Bug Rancher. Here we go. Let's see this game unpaused in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright guys, it's Bug Rancher here, just doing some casting with the wonderful, lovely LG Shaft.
Wow, you just called my shaft lovely. I appreciate that.
Your shaft is quiet, but well... Okay, well, we'll get on with the game here instead of talking about shaft. But, unfortunately, I do not have 2 pina coladas here, but I have 2 wonderful players. One from the team SCV Life, spawning in the top right corner. It is TSL Polt, winner of the Super Tournament, killer of many pro Zerg players. Polt is just making a scene with these Zerg players tonight. It's a little disturbing. As a Zerg player myself, I don't know what to think. But we have our European hero, our foreigner, Moose Nova, which is actually not Moose Nova. It is Mouse Biggs in the bottom left corner. Going for the standard 15 hatch and
gas.
Actually 16 gas. He's going, wow. Does he think he can't beat Polt in a macro game and is going for a lot of early Zergling pressure? I'm not sure, but he seems to think so, and we have Polt going for what looks like a 1-rack to span so far. You take it from here, Shaft.
I actually think this is the build I use opening as Zerg, and what it allows you to do is you can do a lot of pressure against a 1-rack Expo, and if the thing about a 1-rack Expo is if your opponent gets that 3rd command center, turns it into an orbital, you are behind as a Zerg player, and you have to be the aggressor. It's a position Zergs aren't really used to, and Terrans aren't used to having to deal with it. So a little bit of roach pressure, a little bit of baneling pressure, those are both options on this map. But me personally, I favor roaches because this bunker, if you were to put it out in the front of the base, there's still a lot of surface area there, and it's going to take quite a bit of resources, which means a lot of cut production or drones to wall that off here in the early game before, say, a 6 roach or 8 baneling timing can. Now, he has kept 3 guys on his extractor after getting baneling speed, or I'm sorry, speedlings, and that is a huge tell that he's going to continue with some type of aggression in all likelihood.
I think Polt really blew away Biggs with that last game, and I think Biggs is going for
that roach
ling timing. Yeah, I think he's gonna spam out about 6 to 8 roaches, and then he's just gonna follow up with speedlings until he's done a lot of damage.
Yeah, well,
and if he doesn't do a lot of damage, he's dead.
You cut off at 52 supply. What he's done here is he got his roach warren at 28 supply. He's going to do 6 roaches, fill up to 52 supply in speedlings, and then drone out.
Wow, judging by his gas count, he's actually going to go up to... Oh, wow, this looks like 9 roaches.
Uh-oh.
Unless he's just saving gas, I think he's going to do 9 roaches. There's 6 on the way so far.
I actually have 7 on my screen. I'm a little bit ahead of you. 8 is coming now.
Oh, I didn't have the production tab. I'm just bad at this game.
Gotcha.
8 roaches, and any more?
Nope, he's going to stick to the 8 roach timing.
Okay, 8 roaches is the number, guys. If you want to do this push for Saren, 8 roaches, and then speedling follow-up. But, oh my god.
Now he's continuing to make speedling, so this is getting more and more all in. Now, what I was talking about earlier was more of a timing attack. His opponent is going for Hellions, which are very weak against this, but should this Banshee have time to finish, Biggs' attack is going to have a very limited shelf life. It doesn't mean that this won't be cost effective, but Polt right now is just trying to buy some time, and Biggs thinks time is on his side, and it's not right now.
Okay, I think Polt should lift his command center to the main and just let these Banshees clean everything up. But he may not need it. I'm not sure what's going to
He's
happen
going to
here.
repair
But
this bunker, and that's going to make it practically invulnerable. Nice little surround here on the Hellions, but the wings are completely cleaned up. Roaches are allowed to get a bit of a surround, and that is going to allow them to target down those SCVs. No matter what, they've done enough damage. This is going
oh
to
my God,
put him in a better position than his opponent.
there's a Marauder out. There's a Marauder out. And the Banshee. Wow, that's good timing by Polt. And Biggs is in a horrible position right now. He's taking a third and trying to play it out greedy, but with these Banshees out in the map, I think they're going to do a lot of damage.
Actually, I am really happy with this position as a Zerg player. He's 11 Harvesters ahead of his opponent. He just had 2 Evolution Chambers finish. He's going to drop a Spore Crawler, at least one at his main. Yep, there's one at his natural as well, and then he'll get one at this third. This Banshee is not going to be able to do much. It's going to come down to the Hellions to do most of the damage here. He's pushing out this infantry, but I really think this is a mistake.
I actually, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Shaft. I'd like this position for the Terran player. I think these Banshees are going to destroy the first Spinecrawler, and I think it's going to be a drone roast once the Hellions run in. I'm not sure.
We will find out.
This wasn't even a Spinecrawler. This is a Spore Crawler. No. Interesting move by Biggs. It may
Biggs isn't
save him a lot
worried
of
about the
damage.
ground force. Biggs is not worried about the ground force at all. And the Banshee's really not concerning him either. Now he's got a bunch of links, gets a great surround, and he's going to clean this Terran army up with no problem. This is a very manageable position.
And he's actually 4 drones ahead. This is interesting. And he's got his third up. Is he going to lose the third? What do you think?
It's hard to say. He has to make that decision, and I'm not sure which one's going to be the right one in this case.
Oh, the Banshees don't have Cloak. He may save the third. Wow, I'm so used to Banshees having... oh God, there's 3 Banshees.
Yes, he is going to lose his third. There's nothing here to deal with the Banshees. There's 2 Queens in production, but there is no other anti-air, so the hatchery is going to die if Polt wants it to.
Right.
Queen does
this Queen's going to pop out and may get 2 Banshee kills, though. We'll see.
There we go. 2 Banshee Queens with her final breath, but the hatchery does fall. This is going to let Polt get his third up, and Biggs was in a really good position, but I don't know, losing that hatchery while Polt is getting his own up, that's going to put him a world behind. Now, he's getting 2 lings here into this third. He's going to kill off this SCV, do a little bit of damage to the command center, but ultimately this is going to be very good.
Right. I mean, Biggs is definitely behind. I don't think anyone can argue that. And Polt is going into macro mode. He's going to get off 3 bays, try to hit a good timing. He's building all these barracks to prepare for a big push, but getting these engineering bays up, that's one way to get ahead, is upgrades. And man, how can Biggs really come back from this?
Well, he's going to have to do something sneaky. He's doing the infestors. That may work. Here are the Hellions and the Banshees, but this all goes back to that earlier timing when the Banshees and the Hellions were right here and the third was still damaged. He botched that timing attack. He didn't have all his units grouped together, and he lost all his queens and trying to retreat them, and it didn't work out well for him. Now there's a Viking on the map to clean up some overlords, and actually this is pretty much the nail in Biggs' coffin. He's only 15 supply behind. He may be able to hit some kind of timing attack, but that's his only option. There's no possibility for a macro game for our Zerg champion.
Right. This Viking out is just insult to injury. It's salt in the wound right now. It's man, I've been in this position so many times. It's very painful, but
what I dislike about Biggs right now is he's went for this infestor style. There's so much Sky Terran stuff out right now, and he's going for infestors. Again, he's going for a lack of anti-air style against what has already shown itself to be heavily, heavily air-oriented. His opponent is doing a mech into bio composition, but he doesn't know that right now.
Wow. Yeah, this is really interesting. I mean, these Hellion type plays are very strong. Hellion Banshee plays. I don't know, man. I don't know what Biggs can do, but to speak of this playstyle, I really like the decisions by Polt. If you notice, it's almost like Polt predicted that Biggs was going to go into Infestor when he's behind. I think he is playing against the player very well because he's not building missile turrets. He's responding with this heavily ground-based play, which is predominantly Marauders and Hellions and Banshees. If Biggs had gone for Mutas, he might have caught Polt off guard, but it seems like Polt is just predicting winning the mind game battle, basically.
And that's exactly what is happening. Now we've got weapons upgrades for Terran vehicles, as well as 2-2 upgrades for infantry. Combat shields are on the way. Polt is getting every possible tech he can, and he's in a situation where he can do just that. He is a base ahead of his Zerg opponent. He has been for quite some time. His opponent's third is just now finally reestablishing itself, and his opponent's 70 supply behind. This is not a position any Zerg can really come back from, and I think this is just a ticking clock. Polt can do whatever he wants to, and he's about to. He's sending out 18 Hellions, 2 Banshees, a Raven. That Raven is going to be so huge against both Roaches and Queens.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Raven, Terrans really underbuild Raven nowadays, but I feel like in the current ZBT metagame, they are finding their uses for sure. I feel like Raven is the go-to option against Hive Tech nowadays. It's really amazing. I mean, Polt isn't trading very effectively right now with this little push, but he doesn't need to. He's 50 supply ahead still. I really like the decisions that Polt has made. He's going with a really heavy Marine Marauder Hellion medevac.
He just wanted to free up supply there. That's all that was.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1,000 minerals and gas.
And now making 9 Marines at a time, 2 Hellions, 2 medevacs, including his upgrades, as well as 2 more command centers. This dude knows he's ahead. He just wants to drive this final stake into his opponent's heart after dissecting him limb by limb. This is messy.
Oh, and the split. Oh, that's... It's so disgusting to see the split as a certain play.
This is why infestors just don't work in GBT.
Yeah. Against pure bio, you split your units and they suddenly become incredibly cost effective. Wow. Wow.
Biggs will manage to clean this up with pretty well placed fungals and some roaches to buy time. There's a small squad left. Basically, what the medevacts could keep alive. And this is why medevacts are so imbalanced in this matchup. And again, Biggs is not going to fungal the medevacts, and he had a perfect opportunity right there that would have ended Polt's dominance of the skies. Again, we're seeing Ultralisks here. There's just not enough emphasis being put on anti-air, and I'm sad to say it, but Biggs is not playing this right.
You know what goes well with that comment? Look at how many medevacs are out. Just look at it.
12.
That's what happens when you don't have mutas. Oh my god.
And it's not even mutas. This style would work fine. It just needs a handful of corruptors mixed in.
Yeah, something. Any anti-air, but these medevac counts just get out of control, and it just spirals. Man.
Well, there are some pretty good fungals going down, but the medevacs are going to be able to keep a small group of them alive. Ultralisk is going to explode all over
that one Ultralisk is going to get so many kills of units or so. Oh, and they cleaned it up. Look at, that's the power of the medevac right there. There's like 7 1 HP medevacs healing Marines, and they're killing Ultralisk.
True story, bro. True story. This is
Polt
rough.
knows how to make his Terran cost effective, that's for sure.
Absolutely, but it's not just Polt doing well. This is also just a lack of response from our Zerg players. They are stuck in what has always worked, where the Terran that we've seen in this tournament, they've already found a response to that, and now it's the Zerg's turn to adapt. They're not.
Right, I mean, Polt just seems way far ahead in his understanding of the matchup. And just, Biggs is just trying to copy pros like Stefano and DRG, and he's just not with it. A good game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, this has been a wonderful opportunity. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on VOD, please show us some support. Follow, subscribe. Check out my blip.tv/theonlyshaft. Follow us there. Go to my Twitter. That was all on the bottom of the screen. You can see that absolutely right there. And check us out. We do a lot of events. We try to do 2 to 3 casts a week. And this is actually cast number 4 this week. And it's only, Tuesday? So we're doing pretty well. We are already above quota. And with me tonight has been my good friend Bug Rancher. Bug, go ahead and plug anything that you are working on right now, man, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who want to check you out.
Well, I'm a Master Zerg player, Bug Rancher here. I'm not a well-known player. I've gotten to the point in the play-in dailies where usually I have to be knocked out by some Grandmaster player. So, I'm feeling good about my improvement. One thing I'd like to plug is if any of you Zergs, Protoss, or Terrans want coaching with mechanics, I've worked my way up from probably 90 APM to about 370 APM. Just by doing stuff like SC2 gears, bringing your APM alert up. I am a very mechanics-focused coach. So if you are interested in improving your mechanics, just contact me on BattleNet on the North American server at BugRancher689, and just tell me you're interested in a little coaching. I only charge maybe $6-7 an hour, which I feel is a really good rate. But if you want to improve your APM, your multitasking, and really build up your mechanics, and I can even set you up with some good builds and understanding the matchup, just hit me up if you're interested. So it's been awesome coasting.
How did they get in touch with you?
Yeah, just hit me up on BattleNet.
What's your contact information?
You can just add BugRancher.689 and message me up, basically. So.
Alrighty, appreciate that, man, and I look forward to maybe even doing some work with you. Would you be interested in joining me for an episode of Metagame Magic? That's a casting show, kind of, where I bring on a coach and they kind of run us through kind of a sample of what they do. They do an hour of them playing and then an hour of them coaching. So they show off their skills and beat some good players and coach us through the way they think about the matchup. And then the next hour is obviously trying to instill that matchup in some viewer or myself.
Oh, I would absolutely love to. Like I say, my strongest point is my multitasking and mechanics. I would really love to help out Terrans, Protosses, and especially Zergs out there that really want to improve their mechanics. Maybe my decision-making and understanding the matchups isn't always the greatest. If it was, I'd be Grandmaster, but, I'd love to help people out, and, doing shows like Metagame Magic, which are completely awesome. Thank you for doing that, Shaft.
No problem, man.
Would be a great way to do that, so thank you so much.
Yeah, dude, no doubt, no doubt. Well, guys, you can check out this and more at my YouTube or my blip.tv/theonlyshaft. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been great. It's been fun, but we've got to go. Bye-bye.